Have you ever stopped long enough to ask yourself, why does death terrify you so much when it's as certain as the very breath you just took? There's a secret that very few know. The fear of death doesn't come from death itself. It comes from ignorance, from the fact that you've lived without truly knowing who you are. You're not afraid of death. You're afraid of losing the identity you believe is real. Your name, your memories, your possessions, the relationships you cling to. But ask yourself this: when you're in deep, dreamless sleep, where are you? That identity vanishes, and yet there's no pain, no loss. In fact, you may be closer to your true self than ever before. Your consciousness doesn't end when your heart stops beating. The Buddha once said, "Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. When this body dissolves, it's merely a shell falling away. What remains is something you've never truly explored. And it's this unexplored mystery that frightens you. You fear it because you've never turned inward. You've spent years chasing an image, being the good child, the perfect employee, the ideal lover. But in the end, all of those roles will fall away like withered leaves. Death isn't terrifying. What's terrifying is realizing, at the final moment, that you never truly lived from the knowing. You drifted through life like a sleepwalker, never fully awake. There are moments when your soul feels strangled, like when witnessing a loved one die, or when standing face to face with your own mortality. That trembling is your essence brushing against truth. The truth is, you were never born, and you will never die. The body is just a temporary garment. The mind is like a river. It shifts shape, but never disappears. And you know something? When someone dies, the first thing to vanish isn't the body. It's the attachments. The responsibilities, the worries, the endless musts that once weighed so heavily, they vanish like morning mist. What's left is a vast emptiness. And in that emptiness lies something you never dared touch: freedom. The Buddha didn't teach about death to instill fear, but to remind you that every moment of life is a chance to awaken. He said, "Death should not cause the wise to panic. It is the greatest teacher." And the truth is, those who fear death are the ones who have never truly looked into the face of impermanence. Impermanence doesn't come to steal from you. It comes to wake you up. Every time you see a flower wilt, death is whispering, "Don't postpone truth." Every time someone leaves this world, it's not a loss. It's a doorway opening into another layer of reality, where there's no name, no shape, no suffering. The awakened ones do not fear death, not because they are braver than you, but because they've already died. Died to ego, to craving, to clinging. They live like the wind, passing through without leaving a trace. Death cannot touch the one who has seen clearly. I am not this body, not these thoughts. I am awareness itself. You can feel this right now if you dare to stop. Stop trying to become someone. Stop the voices in your head retelling stories of past and future. Stop and listen. In that stillness, you'll see something shocking. The fear of death is an illusion. It only exists as long as you cling to the I. When you truly let go of illusions, you'll realize that death is a movement, like night giving way to day. A fetus in the womb doesn't know that birth is a beginning. It thinks leaving the womb is death. But in that moment, it is being born into a fuller life. So are you. Some who are near death say, "I wish I had lived true to myself." No one on their deathbed regrets not buying another house. They regret not living awake, not living as if tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. But you have that chance, right now, as breath still flows through you. Have you ever felt time slipping too quickly? That's because you live in your mind, not in the moment. And when death approaches, you're confused. Why already? But death never comes suddenly. It's been beside you all along, like a gentle shadow reminding you to live each second fully. Here's a warning. If you don't make peace with death, you will never truly live. You'll always worry, always doubt, always try to control. But life cannot be controlled. It can only be lived. And to live, you must die. Die to the old, the fear, the avoidance. You were taught that death is the end, but the Buddha's teachings whisper the opposite. It is a return to the original mind, pure, formless, unattached. When a candle's flame goes out, the light doesn't disappear. It merges with all light. So do you. You don't vanish. You transform. This is the secret behind why enlightened masters smile as they leave this world. They no longer fear because they have seen what you avoid. And you can see it too, not after death, but in every mindful breath. Die each moment and you will become immortal. So don't fear death. Fear living without awareness. Fear reaching the end and realizing, I missed the truth because I chased illusions. The Buddha never told you to conquer death. He simply invited you to look at it and see that it was never real. And if you're brave enough to live as if death is not to be feared, you'll discover something miraculous. You begin to live right. No more delaying love. No more postponing forgiveness. No more waiting for tomorrow to turn inward, because you know tomorrow is never guaranteed. You'll meditate not to escape life, but to see it clearly. You'll walk slowly, knowing that each step is a letting go. You'll stop asking, who am I? And begin whispering, I am that which knows. And that knowing has never been born and never will die. Here is the final secret. You fear death because you believe you are the body. But if you look deep within, in enough stillness, you will encounter something shocking, a part of you that has never changed, from birth until now. That part is your true self. And when you live from that place, there is nothing to lose, nothing to fear. Death will come, but you will have already gone before it, letting go of every illusion. You will have died every day in order to truly live. And when the final moment arrives, you will smile gently and whisper, I remember now. I was never gone. Thank you for watching. May you be well, happy, and free.